Welcome to Be a YouTuber, presented by Community Access Media. Again, this is, if you're wondering how to start a YouTube channel as a beginner, don't know what to do, this is, very introductory class in order to help you do that. Just some of the basics for creating professional videos, identifying an online audience, and building your online brand presence. Again, separating you apart from your competition. So we'll get started here on our first slide. Course outline, again, what we're going to talk about. Why do you want to start a YouTube channel? What is your channel going to be about? What do you need to become a YouTuber? How do you go about taking those technical steps of setting up and creating a YouTube channel? And then what tips do we have for some beginners out there? Starting a YouTube channel can be suitable for different reasons outlined here on the screen. It's important to know what you're, from the start, what you're aiming to do with that YouTube channel. Each decision you make, from the videos you create to the way you promote your channel, all going to be based on your goals. So coming up with a set of goals that you hope to achieve and accomplish is going to set the path in order to get there. I'll be going through some of the most common reasons to start a YouTube channel. You may fall into one of these, you may not. Again, to promote your business, showcase your art, share a skill or a hobby, and then finally to make money on YouTube. So here on, to promote your business, YouTube videos are, excuse me, we have one person, there we go. YouTube channels or videos are a great improvement to your marketing strategy if you want to gain more prospects. With the demand for video content growing, may not want to pass on the benefits that YouTube marketing can bring. The video aspect of the web is just exploding beyond anything that many of us could have ever imagined. Allows you to gain a better exposure, reach more people, set yourself as an expert in the industry, strengthen the trust in your brand. Much like we're doing with these videos of these webinars, we're taking these training programs, putting them out on YouTube in order to build community access as a leader in the media industry, strengthen the trust in our brand there as well. And then finally, educate people on how and why to use your product. If you're using selling a specific software, an app, if you're, selling widgets or tennis shoes, what's going to, how do they need to know, or what do they need to know about using and why to use your product above, your competitors. Option number 2, showcase your art. If you're an artist, YouTube is the place where you can make yourself heard. Show your creative process. Now, tips and tricks again. Talk about your inspiration. By doing so, you'll receive better exposure for your art. You'll be able to create genuine connections with art lovers, a lot of people that share the same interests as you. So that's another option. Option 3 is to simply share a skill or a hobby. If you're skilled in a certain niche, showing those skills in video format can serve both as a hobby and a money-making opportunity. If you're a great guitar player and you want to teach, guitar lessons online, YouTube is a great place to do that. In one of our classes, we had a gentleman that builds custom guitars and was going to use YouTube in order to promote his hobby of building custom guitars, but then hopefully here to make money on doing that. Teach others how to learn those skills for themselves. So if you want to teach someone how to build those custom guitars, this is a great way to do that. How-to videos do really well on YouTube. So next option is to make money on YouTube. There are 11-year-old kids out there making millions of dollars a year out on YouTube. Simply monetizing your YouTube videos. You get paid for the number of viewers who interact with the ads that show on your videos. Next is crowdfunding. Maybe you want to start a a nonprofit, or manufacturing widgets in order to start raising the funds and the capital of fulfilling that amazing idea. You can share it with the world on YouTube and ask the public to support you. Next, we have affiliate marketing. This is one of the most popular models for an online business. You choose the products you want to promote. You make interesting videos about them. Help customers with their buying decisions, and then you receive a small commission for each sale that is generated by your link from your YouTube video to the merchant's website. Next, to sell merchandise. As with affiliate marketing, presenting your merchandise in a video format can turn out to be the most profitable than just writing a blog post about them. Become an influencer. By becoming an influencer in a certain niche, you'll start getting paid to promote stuff related to your niche. Some mid-level influencers can receive about $200 to $500 per post. So if you're a photographer and you use exclusively Nikon lenses and Nikon cameras, tagging Nikon in your posts and sharing it, Nikon will then, based on the number of views, they can pay you for becoming an influencer for their products. Next, now that you have a reason to get into the YouTube, what is your channel going to be about? Again, the importance of choosing a niche, how to pick the best niche for your channel, looking at other YouTubers competing against you, and then we'll look at some of the most popular niches on YouTube. So the importance of choosing the right niche. The niche you'll be targeting is the foundation of your YouTube business, obviously. In order to feed the right video content to your audience, you must first know who your audience is. Always know your audience, I think is the rule. You just can't upload random videos, hope for the best. Every video should have a purpose and an intent. What do you want your audience to get out of this specific video? Again, every purpose should have that purpose and intent. How to pick the best niche. Many people already know what their niche is going to be about when making the decision to start their YouTube channel. I think it comes naturally for most people. If you're an artist, you want to know you know that your channel is going to be about art. If you're a photographer and have Photoshop skills, you know that you want to teach people how to use Photoshop. But maybe you want to start a YouTube channel because you just like the idea of making videos and you would like to live that fancy YouTuber's life, I guess. So if you don't have a specific topic in mind, we'll give you some things to consider here when deciding on that niche. Passion. Does this topic genuinely fascinate you? It's important to have passion towards this subject. For a lot of reasons. You're going to have to come up with content on a regular basis for a long time, months, years, decades. So if you don't enjoy the topic, it's going to be very difficult to deal with the moments when you're tired, out of ideas, frustrated. You've got a pandemic going on and, you just want to sit on the couch, but, you're going to need something to get you up off the couch and making those videos. You're going to get easily bored if you have no interest in the subject. So for me, if I was, making a video about a YouTube channel about cooking, I really don't have much interest in learning how to cook or cooking itself. So, I would have no ambition to get up off the couch and start making that. You don't want your YouTube channel to seem like it's just a series of awful tasks looming over your head. On the other end, on the audience end, people are going to sense that excitement. Your audience will be able to pick up on that. Have you ever heard of someone speaking with genuine passion? That enthusiasm makes you feel more attracted to the idea that they're presenting. I'm sure you've all been through this, sitting in an audience somewhere in an auditorium or in a lecture hall where they have real passion about what they're talking about. Conversely, other people that just get up there and drone on in a very monotone voice, that really don't have that passion behind what they're talking about. Speaking with that authentic enthusiasm is a magnet that attracts other people's interests, just simple human nature. Next, is the demand. Is there demand for the subjects that you're going to cover? If you're thinking to talk about petting unicorns, but no one is interested in searching for it, then there's no audience to watch your video. This is true if you're looking to make money on YouTube, rather than just getting out there sharing your specific hobbies with no aspirations to be a millionaire. If you have a hobby that you want to show off, don't mind the demand or lack of it. Just own your skills, make the people appreciate it. If you make something awesome, you'll create the demand for yourself. So if it's a really good video and you develop that following, the demand will be there and people will tune in to see your new videos. Research the market to see the niches that that you're searching for or that people are searching for. You can use Google AdWords. They have a keyword planner in there to show you how many searches there are per month on certain search queries. Again, that's Google AdWords, AdWords. It's all one word, AdWords. And so they've got that keyword planner in there. You can set up a free account, add your keywords there. The tool will show you on the average number of monthly searches and the competition level out there and how many other people are using those same search words to define their site. There's also Google Trends. That allows you to see how different topics change over time. Is that topic seasonal? Doing, filing federal taxes. I'm sure that peaks somewhere around February 1st, and trails off a little bit and then peaks up somewhere around April 13th or 14th, and then sharp drop after that. So again, Google Trends is that other one. That allows you to see if it, if there are patterns in the search functions or if it's something that's it's growing over time. You'll be able to see an upward trend in that search word. Next, you want to analyze the competition. How tough is it going to be for you to become acknowledged in that particular niche or field? You're going to have to find answers. You'll find answers by looking at how many YouTubers are active in the niche. If the topic is oversaturated, of course, it's going to be hard for you to become successful. If you don't have that certain topic in mind when you decide to start YouTube, you have a little more freedom and you'll be able to massage your plan and your goal, and then be able to find a great niche with a high demand and little competition. If you're using YouTube as part of your content marketing strategy, maybe for your own business, you already know what your niche is because you already have an established business, but don't panic if your niche is competitive because obviously you're still doing well versus your competitors. Just start off targeting those keywords. Find some of the keywords that set you apart from your competitors that don't have a lot of competition and build your way up. Just again, setting yourself apart from your competitor in some little nuance one way or the other. Next here, we'll take a look at those other YouTubers in your niche. What kind of content do they deliver? Is it going to be the same? Why do people watch them? Are they really knowledgeable? Do they give you great tips and tricks? Do they help save you money? How do they keep their audience engaged? once you analyze what they're doing, let's take a look at yourself here on the second column. What can you add to the topic? How can you present the subjects in a different perspective? And then how can you bring a little more value to what the viewers are seeing? Again, setting yourself apart from that competition. You have to see the flaws in the market and cover them yourselves. What aren't they doing, and what can you do better? Bring something valuable to the market, and people's engagement will come. Again, give people what they're looking for and give them something that they can't find somewhere else. Come up with new approaches to the topic. And here it says you'll have to be unique and authentic to stand out from the crowd. I think just common sense, being unique and creative will make you stand out in almost any crowd. So popular niches on YouTube, tech videos, definitely. Gaming, a lot of gamers out there record themselves playing different video games, and then use those for wannabe gamers so that they can see different tips and tricks on winning a particular game. Product reviews, I think that would be the heading where our the most successful person on YouTube is like a 9-year-old kid that opens toys and plays with them and gives a review, and again makes millions of dollars every year. Tutorials and how-to videos. I can't tell you how many times I go to YouTube to find out how to do something. The headlight burned out in my car. It's first thing you do is go to YouTube. How do you replace a headlight in a 2010 Ford Edge? And shows you definitely how to do that. Storytime videos. I know, I teach this class down at the library, and in one of our training programs, we had a grandmother come in, and she goes to the library, uses their video camera, and grabs a book off of the shelf and reads it and records herself so that she can share that video with her grandkids who are on the other side of the country. Next we've got vlogs here, or video blogs. If you just want to get out there and share your ideas of the day or the week, just as a diary, if you will. That's definitely popular out there on YouTube, especially on the more celebrity side of things. Food and travel. Who doesn't want to see a picture of what you're eating for lunch? Beauty and fashion. I have a 21-year-old daughter who will sit there and watch videos of another person putting on makeup, just tutorials on how to apply makeup and what makeup to use and how to use this particular brush to do it differently. Weight loss and healthy living. My girlfriend sits here, or I guess stands here and watches workout videos online and works out with them as well. So definitely a big niche. And then finally animals, because who doesn't want to watch cute little kittens and puppies? So here it is. This is what you all wanted to see. What do you need to become successful? The drive and passion towards the subject, we kind of talked about that. The time to record and edit. And then finally, the equipment that you're going to need to use. And so, a little bit more on the drive and passion. This is, the first and most important weapons to start with. Passion is going to, give you that willingness to go the extra mile, especially when you get tired or sick, or, life gets in the way. We already talked about why passion is highly important, but again, it's worth repeating. If you lose momentum, you're going to need that passion to get your butt off the couch again. Time to record and edit. How much time is it going to take to come up with an idea? If you're doing something every week or every day, or how long is it going to take you? Are you going to script something out? Then finally, you have to actually shoot the video. So if you're going to, do a 20-minute program, you're going to need to set aside 20 minutes to record that program. If you're doing a 45-minute program, you need 45 uninterrupted minutes to record that. And then the editing. Are you just going to take it right out of the camera and throw it up on YouTube, or are you going to edit it? Are you going to add motion graphics at the beginning and credits at the end? And if you're going to be talking about different manufacturing or your creative process or painting, are you going to do a time lapse of you creating this painting or this artwork? Again, all things to consider in the time aspect of recording and editing. You don't have to come up with an exact number now, but in your first time, you're going to sit there and it's going to take a lot longer until you work all of the bugs and kinks out. So a rough estimate before you get started is just something to keep in mind. Conversely, if you're going to have a co-host or someone that you're working with, being able to make time in their schedule as well to record. So if it's going to be 2 of you on camera, you need to schedule that accordingly as well. So working with their schedule as well as yours. Next, we'll need some basic equipment, a camera, a tripod, microphone, and some lighting. Again, depending on how complex you want to get, your cell phone shoots great high definition video in most cell phones, as long as you don't have a flip phone from 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I think you'll be okay as long as it shoots high definition video. A tripod, unless you're going for the selfie look, or if you have a camera operator that can run the hold the camera for you. I recommend some sort of microphone. Might just be the earbuds that have the built-in microphone. It's going to eliminate some of the echo and reverb in the room. For this particular webinar, I'm using just a headset plugged into my computer, so that again, you're not picking up a lot of the reverb and ambient sounds within the room that I'm in. And then some sort of lighting. The iPhones and newer Samsung Droid phones are really getting a lot better as far as low light sensitivity. So you might be okay with just using the natural ambient light in the room. You may want to look into a small on-camera light, and I know they make them for iPhones and other mobile phones. They're in the $20 range, and they use 2 AAA batteries. They're just a small LED light. It's going to help you eliminate some of the shadows, under the eyes, under the nose, under the chin. Make it a little more flattering for you, just to add the professionalism a little bit. What do you need for your channel now on the technical side of actually setting up the channel? You'll need a channel name, something that nobody else is using, and then YouTube channel art, and we'll talk a little bit about the requirements for that. And so brainstorming your channel name, what is going to make a good channel name? The name you choose must express your core message. If you already have a business that already has a name, then of course use that name if this YouTube channel is going to be about that particular business. You already have that branded and you have a following, so just keep it simple. Keep it relevant. It's best if people know what to expect from your videos when seeing your name displayed on YouTube. Kind of just common sense. Don't choose something too narrow. If you want to expand your topics further, you'll want your name to let you do it without the name becoming irrelevant. If you decide to switch gears or slightly veer off topic with some new subjects. Keep it short. They recommend 3 words, but I know that that's not always easy to do. you want people to remember it. And of course, the longer the name is, the harder it is to stick into people's minds. Make it readable. You know, it's hard to remember something that you can't read out loud. And while you are, you know, doing your videos, chances are you'll be using the name of your channel numerous times throughout the videos. So making sure that it's readable and it rolls off the tongue. You know, don't add numbers if you don't have to. You know, it's fine to use numbers if they have, you know, of course, a specific, you know, role in your name. If you are, you know, design 180, you know, then of course use those numbers in your YouTube channel. But if you add random, you know, numbers just for your birthday or you know, to the end of your name because the name that you wanted was already taken, we'd recommend against that, because those numbers aren't going to mean anything to you, and then, you know, they're not going to mean anything to your viewer or somebody looking for your channel, and they can be perceived to be a little bit unprofessional just for the sake of adding numbers. Use some wordplay. Wordplay is also, you know, makes it easy to remember because they're fun to say. Rhyming words, you know, words that start with the same letter, puns, you know, all examples, you know, make it fun and memorable. I'll remember something that's fun even if I don't you know, really follow the topic that they're talking about. So if you're having trouble, you can use a tool to stimulate some ideas. And so if you want some inspiration, you can find the perfect you know, tool. One is Spinzo, S-P-I-N-X-O. Again, that's spinxo.com. Basically, you add some words that define you and your channel, and this will generate some ideas for you. If you don't want to go that route, you know, you can write down some words that describe you and your channel. Make a thorough list as they pop into your mind. Just want to make sure we're all right. Thanks. You know, and then write them on index cards or little sheets of paper so that you can move them around. You know, and you know, put them in different order. Write down words that describe your content, you know, what you're going to talk about, words that describe you, you know, words that describe the topic, you know, in one word or two. Think about synonyms for those words. Say you want to use something related to the, you know, sparkle, you know, brainstorm some ideas like shimmer, glow, flicker, you know, other things that work with the word sparkle. And again, you know, write them down, you know, on index cards or little sheets of paper so that, you know, you can move them around, mix them up a little bit, maybe toss out some that you really, you know, this one's really not working for me. So you can simply toss it. They don't have to be, you know, the best words, you know, randomly pick them, combine them together, and then you'll be able to, you know, work that to find the perfect name just by playing around and experimenting. I think, you know, a lot of great ideas come with just bouncing ideas off of other people or yourself, and just feeling it out and mixing those things up. On the technical side, the YouTube channel art, let's see what it says here. You know, your channel art is the one that goes across the top, the header of your channel. You know, this is the way that you you know, present yourself. It's kind of the you know, first impression. You know, it's you want to make it look friendly so your visitors, and so that they subscribe to your YouTube channel. There are some technical specs as far as the size, etc. for that. And you can do the graphics yourself. There are templates available. One of the templates is Canva, canva.com. Will you know, go in there, you say, hey, I want to make YouTube channel art, and it will load a template there for you with the proper dimensions, etc., and allow you to click and drag different parts and assets into that particular template. Next, you can have someone design your art for you if you're not artistic at all. There are, local artists that will definitely help you. If you have a photography friend or graphic design friend, reach out to them, see what they can do for you. They may charge you a little bit, but supporting local is always our preferred route. There are websites as well, Fiverr, Fiverr.com. They have artists on there that will design graphics for you starting at $5. And so, if you can't find anything local, the artists on Fiverr, and then there's 99 Design as well. They have their specifications out there. If you're looking for an artist, you can find artists that will return a proof to you within 24 hours. There are others that will take 72 hours. There are some that start at $5. There are some that start at 10 or 15 or 20, 25, $50, depending on what you're looking for. It's not limited to art. It is they've had a whole wide range of things on Fiverr. You can get voiceover talent. You can get somebody to create graphics or videos for you. If you want someone to edit your videos, maybe you're shooting your video in your house and you just want to upload that raw video and have them edit it, you will find editors on Fiverr as well. So now technical side, now that you, have an idea in mind, you have a title, you've got some art created, how to actually go out and create that YouTube account, upload that artwork, complete your profile, etc. And so this will be just a little step-by-step. If you already have a Google account or a Gmail address, congratulations, you already have a YouTube account. YouTube is now owned by Google, and so as part of your Google account, you get an automatic YouTube account. You just have to go in and set it up and connect it. You head over to YouTube, click the account thumbnail, click my channel, and the drop-down list, accept or edit the name of your channel. That's pretty much it. And again, these tips will be available, or these slides will be available on the website, so you don't need to scurry and write these down. And then last step, click create. And so pretty easy once you get there, as long as you already have that Google account set up. If you don't already have a Google account, it will walk you through that as well. And then you can click on customize channel to edit those advanced features. You can go in, edit your description, a little bit more about yourself. If you have a website or that you want to promote as well, you can put that in there as well. Here in that customized channel, you can also add your channel art. Click the add channel art to upload your files, adjust the alignment to make sure that it's centered, etc., and that you can see what you want, the portion of the picture that you want to see. And then finally, you're going to go in and complete your profile. There's an about section. There are keywords that we talked about, those Google AdWords and those Google Trends, about your niche in that description page as well. Add links to your website, social media profiles that we just kind of talked about. Make sure that you add those keywords. That's going to be the key to driving people to your particular YouTube channel. It's very important. I can't stress that enough about adding those. And then finally, the verify. Much like every other website that you sign up on, it's going to send you an email. Make sure that you get that email, click the link to activate and verify your account so that everything is connected on the back end. Makes you, simple phone call, text message. I think they do email now. So just to make sure that they unlock every aspect of it. And so some YouTube beginner tips. I know we covered over a whole lot of theory, and these are, you know, and then we went into a little bit of the technical side of it, of actually setting it up. And then here are just some best practices and some tips to keep in mind, you know, when setting up that channel in order to drive the most number of viewers. Add a video trailer and to your YouTube channel that shows up to the viewers who are not subscribed to your channel yet. And so it's a great way to captivate attention and gain more subscribers, which is what you want to do. Just needs to be a short introduction to express, you know, what your channel is about, and make sure you hook those viewers and ask them to subscribe. A lot of YouTube analytics and money making side of it revolves around the number of subscribers that you have. And so if you're looking to do, you know, make money, the subscriber aspect is important. You know, again, it's a great way to captivate their attention, gain more subscribers, introduces what your channel is about. You know, the 30 seconds, it doesn't need to be long. You know, compelling thumbnails, these are the little images that show up for each of the videos. And so having the same you know, picture for each video, although they might be a series, or it might be, you know, Tom's Talk Show, you know, having that same Tom's Talk Show logo for each of your you know, thumbnails, it doesn't give the viewers a reason to click. And so if Tom today is interviewing you know, Brad Pitt, you know, using a thumbnail of Brad Pitt on that particular you know, episode, or you know, vice versa, you know, give them a reason to click on it, and you know, build on that first impression. You know, make it custom for each episode and engaging. You want people to click on it. Stay consistent. You know, provide content on a regular basis. You know, here in America, you know, we are, you know, hours of the day and days of the week. You know that your favorite show is on Sundays at 8 p.m. You know, that's, you kind of base your schedule around that. Now, video on demand is a little, makes it a little more convenient for us, but you know, hours of the day and days of the week. So if you're going to release a show, you know, release it on the same day every week around the same time. You know, again, keeping it regular, it's going to build consistency and a following. It also gives you goals and gives you a reason to get up off that couch. So if you know that on, you know, Monday morning at 8 a.m. you're going to release a new episode, you know, it's going to, you know, your audience is going to demand it, and so they're going to be looking for it. And then if you're not, you know, not providing that, then you're going to, you know, let them down and lose audience. Watch lots of YouTube videos. Research what successful YouTubers are doing, and analyze what they're doing right. You know, what is the structure of their videos? How do they keep it interesting? Learn from what others are doing, and don't forget to apply you know, what you've learned. Take care of the YouTube search engine optimization. And so higher rankings for your videos within the search results. And again, this is all in that keywords. Your videos need to rank high so that people can find them and hopefully enjoy them. You'll want to familiarize more with YouTube video rankings to get the most exposure. You know, you can do tons of research on the YouTube search engine optimization. There are also a lot of ad agencies in town that will help you on that aspect. I would recommend Greg at Erie Multimedia, just really, really good at the whole search engine optimization side of you know, here it is, follow online tutorials or contact with marketing consultants. Share your videos, you know, what you do on YouTube, share it to Facebook and Twitter and you know, vice versa. Find your target audience and help people solve problems regarding your niche. Add further insights where it's relevant if you have something to add. Start creating genuine connections with other YouTubers in your niche, and you'll find, if you invite a fellow YouTuber to be in your episode, one of your episodes, then they're going to bring their entire audience with them, and vice versa. Then you can be on their program in one of their episodes, and you're going to bring your audience to them. And so if you're, talking about the same thing but different approaches, it's a great way to add value and provide additional content to your subscribers. Organize video in playlists. This is really, really big on YouTube. If you organize things in a playlist, it makes it easier for viewers to go through your content, and it's great aid in audience retention. Once one YouTube video stops, it will automatically play the next video in your playlist. And so if they liked what they saw the first time, chances are they'll like what they see in the next episode. They keep people watching your videos, much like Netflix that just plays one episode after the other. That's what the playlist here in YouTube does. And of course, audience retention is one of the biggest things, main factors in that YouTube ranking. So you want to keep your viewers engaged and watching. So add your videos to the playlists. Great aid in audience retention. And then finally, keep improving. Like any skill, you develop by learning and constantly improving your skills and approaches and how you're addressing certain things. That's how you're going to be successful. Every time you make some new video, improve it, slightly from the one before. Just continue working towards that goal. And then finally, don't get discouraged. Keep yourself inspired. It's hard to find yourself lacking motivation from time to time. We all go through it. It's been a couple trying months here, and so we're all getting discouraged, I think. But keep going. And I think over the last couple months, this is the time to do it. And so if you have any hesitation about starting something new, put that aside and start it, because this time that we're in right now, I feel that people are really looking for content, whether it's information, entertainment, comedy, something. And I find that they are being a lot more forgiving right now. It's, you see people working from home. You see, news anchors on network broadcasts working from home. And, this morning Al Roker is working from his house. And, so people are forgiving. There's a substantial delay in the internet technology. And so there's, 3 or 4 or 5 seconds of dead air on a national broadcast that would not have happened before, but people are very accepting right now. And so they know that things are not the normal, and so they're this is a great time to get out into that mindset right now as people are forgiving. And so I hope that gave you a little insight as to what it takes to become a YouTuber. Again, just high level introductory, a lot of theory, I know, on audience and niche and all of that. Feel free to email me. My email address is on the screen there if you have any questions or need additional information. Again, this will be, the slides will be posted to our website, camerie.org/techtips. And then this recording will be out there as well, as long as everything went well and the technology didn't fail us. But again, shoot me an email if you have any questions. Does anybody have any questions right now?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hi, I'm Julian. No, I was just basically you answered pretty much. I was just concerning will this will this information be available on the website? That was pretty much the only
Yep.
question I had. So it'll be available in slides or it'll be the whole recording, like the entire show?
The slides and all of my notes will be there in a PDF, and then as long as this recording went well, sometimes it bogs out on me, but this whole recording will be out there as well.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep, it'll
And
be out there probably by noon tomorrow.
okay.
Okay.
And when everything finally decides, if when everything decides to open back up, we can actually use the facilities for
Yes.
recording channels as well.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
We're, we are still in that holding pattern as well as to when things are going to open up. We're, right now they're talking about, extending the stay at home through the 8th of May. We're hoping that if that sticks, that following Monday, May 11th, we will be open.
Okay.
We're trying, to come up with an approach, how many people can we have in the building, and what is our protocol, and, do they need to make reservations, so many hours in advance, or, an appointment where, again, our goal is to be open as soon as possible, hopefully by the 11th, as long as they don't push the stay-at-home order back any further. But it will be, on, limited hours, limited access, but, again, trying our best to accommodate.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Julian. Anyone else? My chat window closed here, so let me open that up and make sure that we don't.
Tom, I have a question for you.
Hi, who is this?
It's Wendy from Mission Empower.
Hey, Wendy.
How are you?
All right, how are you doing?
Hey, exciting times in educational advocacy, let me tell you.
Yes.
It's changing daily, monthly, and unfortunately, I haven't heard much out of anybody's mouth before like November. So on a federal level, but everything's subject to change as always.
Yes.
More for myself personally, because I have a little person at home that is at the point where she wants to have her own channel. So I have my work channel and all that, and I want to blast it out to the universe, of course. But how do you keep it tightened up for the little person? That's
great. Yeah, I know that they have a lot of new features that just started. Like when we
little person, here she is.
Yeah, hi little person. Yeah, I know that they just implemented a whole lot of new features. Like when we upload a video, we have to say, hey, is this designed for kids? Is are kids the intended audience? And we have there are a bunch of questions. I don't know how to go about setting one up for a child. I'm sure that once you get in there, to set up a Google account, you do need to use your birth date, so it might just follow along with that.
Okay. And then the second question was, we have been doing a lot of our Zoom content, doing Zoom because I can't podcast,
Yes.
We do all of our podcasting there in your studio. So is there a way to potentially put the podcast or the Zoom into a way to get it on your cable access media?
Absolutely, yeah. As long as you're recording your Zooms. Yeah. As long as
So how do I get it to you? So we have new content because our content's like old.
Yeah.
So we're trying to update on your KMT, the media station.
Yeah. Can you upload it to either YouTube or Dropbox or Google Drive?
Yeah. All of it.
Okay, all of it. Yeah, then just send us a link. Send it to either my email address, or you could probably use info@camerie.org. That way it goes into a generic box and all of us can check it. You know,
Perfect, because then we can update. Because I'm like,
yeah.
oh, that's so old. We've got good stuff since then. So
Yeah. Send us a link and we'll download it and get it airing.
perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna mute out now.
Yeah, okay. That's it. I want to thank Craig for putting all of my notes here and links in the chat. If you guys haven't checked out, I see everybody, most everyone has commented in the chat one way or the other. So thank you guys. All right. Again, thank you for joining us. And if you have any other questions, just feel free to reach out via email. Either my email address, tjbalos@camerie.org, or info@camerie.org is our generic email address. And one of the three of us will get it. So, thank you guys.